Just like Gary says that if you are willing to eat shit for 24 months, you can eat caviar for the rest of your life, right? Who is Gary Vee? Gary Vee is my greatest inspiration, and Gary Vee is my mentor, virtual mentor to be true. So I dedicate this video for him. Probably one fine day I'll go live with Gary Vee and I'll meet him and talk about my journey in this YouTube, in this Instagram. Hey everyone, Sanjay here from Contriver podcast. You are listening to Consan Show, episode number 200. And in this episode, we'll just discuss about what have I learned in this 200 days of my YouTube journey, and what have I learned in this past 200 days of my entire social media journey. And let's get started. Hey everyone, Sanjay here from Contriver podcast. You are listening to Consan Show. Never listen to any advice, guys. That's the advice that I want to give. These are nothing but you practice, you'll become an expert one. Your network is your net worth. But I don't know how to start. Just start.
I tried so hard and got so far, but in the end,
In this social media journey, one thing that I have discovered is I have tons of things to learn every single day. So when I was just working for my company day and night in my industry or in my office, I was just feeling like technically I'm good, but management things, even that's fine. But the part like advertisement, marketing, all that is something that is out of syllabus for me. That is something that is beyond my understanding. That is what I felt like. But now I think it's quite easy. But I'll tell you the entire things. First of all, I need to give you a warning. What warning is that? In the sense, I'm not an expert to share my experience, share my lessons, or I'm not an experience to tell you that this is the right thing to do, this is the wrong thing to do. But I'll tell you my experience in this 200 days. I might have a less subscribers. I'm not increasing it. It's somewhere around 170 today. Yeah, it's somewhere around 170 today, but I'm not concentrating a lot on that. People just get into the rat race that you need subscribers. Subscribers are the only people that improve your brand. So I'll talk about all that, and let's get into this video. First thing that I have learned in this digital marketing era is it is very important to build your own brand. You might have a great company like Rolls-Royce, Nike, it might be Adidas, it might be something like Facebook, Instagram, Microsoft, anything. But the social media presence of your brand, that is really important in this era, because that is where the audience are, that is where the customers are. So that is the reason I wanted to start my own journey. I wanted to start recording every single day, and I just wanted to share my experience. The traditional branding, the traditional marketing, it's over. If you want to build a brand in your life, you no longer have to print some posters and some banners and publish that in streets or in highways. That is something like a traditional marketing that is completely waste. The amount that you spend on that amount, that price, you can just do it on Facebook ads, you can just do it on Instagram ads, and that is one of the greatest thing that I have ever learned in this entire 200 days. And the next thing that I have learned is I felt like I was pretty shy to talk in front of a camera. I can give a public speech, I can talk in front of 500 people, I have done that. I have delivered a speech in front of 500 people, 1000 people, all that. But whereas talking in front of a camera, that was not my cup of a tea. But today, if someone just tells me to do that, I can do that with ease. But at the same time, I feel that this is not pretty hard. This is something that you can try. You can try this from your home, from your office, or if you are working somewhere else. You can do this. This is not at all a big task. This is not at all a big issue in your life. You don't have to worry about your hairstyle. You don't have to worry about the makeup. You don't have to worry that you wearing a good cloth, all that. You have to be your own judge. You just care about the subscribers. You just care about other people's opinion. That is the biggest vulnerability of your entire life. You need to understand that you don't have to care about some other people in your life. And the next big thing that I have understood in this entire 200 days is the marketing, the advertisement that you do in your social media. Please don't try to outsource that, because that is the place where you get customers. How can you just create a gap between you and a customer? The social media or this platform that you have, that is the bridge between you and your customer. If you just outsource that, that bridge is built by someone else. He gets your data and he can do anything out of it. Anything in the sense, he can develop his own business. Data is information is the biggest wealth in this entire world in 21st century. So that is one of the greatest thing that I have understood in this entire thing. And I see many people just faking subscribers, and many people just fake saying that I have 1,000 subscribers, I have 2,000 subscribers, I have 10,000 subscribers within some 1 month, 2 months or 3 months. It's been somewhere around 6 months that I have started my YouTube channel, but I just have somewhere around 170 subscribers as of today. But I don't really care about the numbers. At the same time, I feel like those 170 people who have subscribed into this particular channel, I need to give them 100% value to those people. That is the reason whatever that I learn every single day, I just share it. So if you are starting your own social media influencing, or your own social media brand, or your personal brand, stop worrying about the subscribers, stop worrying about the followers. The journey is more important. The journey is more beautiful than the destination. I have said this in many videos, but the journey of doing this, the journey of recording videos every single day, the journey of doing it, the journey of posting different contents, getting inspired by many people like Gary Evan Carmichael, Tony Robbins, Jay Shetty, everyone. That is what keeps me going. That is what drives me. I was working 18 hours, 16 hours, 17 hours per day. But still, I don't feel that work burnout. I don't feel like I'm tired doing it. Why? Why am I not feeling that, in the sense? Because I get motivated by my mentors. In fact, to be true, I just suffered a lot in my life without having a mentor in my life. But today, I have the most amazing mentors in my entire life. Those people are virtual mentors for me today. How did I get that? I got that by doing the social media things and by creating my own brand. Every day I listen to some podcast from Gary or Evan Carmichael or Tony Robbins. So these people, they just introduce you guys to other people who are really amazing. You get to know how the entire world is, how things work in this world, in the other part of the earth, how things are going. So that is one of the greatest thing that you can discover by yourself by listening to many podcasts. And coming back to the other thing, the skills that I have earned. This is like mindsets that I have earned, but the skills I have earned is talking to someone, looking at the camera. That was the worst thing to do in my life, but today I'm comfortable with that. But next thing is editing a video, editing a picture in Photoshop, editing videos. You might have seen this editing. So this looks a bit okay, this looks a bit fine today, right? How is this possible? In the sense, I just tried to do some things, and my editors, those people are amazing. So people just have tons of skills, but they should get an opportunity to explore themselves by helping people out there, by working in a team. We are performing really amazing. Most of our hard work, most of our work is not on screen, to be true, but off screen. Whereas in our company, we are doing lots of good things just because of these things. Because the UI that we had in our website, that was completely horrible, that was completely bullshit. But Now I feel proud of saying that, man, we designed this website. The UI that we have in this website, the UI that the visuals that we have in this videos, that has been designed by our team. So this is one of the greatest thing that I can ever tell someone, and I can be proud of. So all these things are possible by making things happen, by getting things into action, by taking some action. So how did I change this person who is completely out of social media? In fact, to be true, those people who have followed me in Instagram, if you guys check out my previous podcast, my previous pictures, my post, probably for an year I would post somewhere around one or two pictures, one or two posts. But how did I turn into this social media thing? How did I get this interest? I just read a book by Gary Vaynerchuk. So Gary Vee is my guru, to be true. So he just wrote a beautiful book called as Crush It and Crushing It. Two beautiful books. I just read that, and my brand just improved a lot. It's been improving. I'm not gonna tell you that I have made $1 million business just because of the social media, or just because of this entire channel. No, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not making any money out of it, but at the same time, I know this pays me off at the long run. So these are one of the greatest pros that that I have learned. These are one of the greatest advantages that I have compared to my competitors. Those people, my competitors, they have no idea how to post a content in Instagram, how to communicate with the audience, how to market something, how to sell something. They might be good at the field work, but they are not good at the marketing on digital things, marketing on Instagram, marketing on Facebook, marketing on YouTube. Again, I'm not gonna tell you that I'm an expert, but to be true, I'm far better than them. Combine this traditional marketing and this digital marketing, you have a great product. This is the greatest platform that you can ever have in your entire life. You can sell anything, literally anything out of Facebook, and you can sell literally anything on the internet. So that are the greatest advantage that I have today. That are the things that I have learned from this 200 days. At the same time, I have some disadvantages too, because every great things have advantages and disadvantages too, right? So my disadvantages, you can just ignore this, but it's quite disadvantages for me in my life, but it doesn't matter. I mean, if it's a disadvantage for me, that doesn't really matter. It's a disadvantage for everyone. So first thing that is, it needs a hell lot of time to work on these things. So to be true, I'm spending somewhere around 2 to 3 hours extra in my office time every single day to post contents, to post these things. But I was just taking some breaks when I'm tired, but I skip those breaks. I don't feel work burnout, to be true. If you are 100% involving in it, if you are really interested in it, I think you won't really get work burnout for sure. So that is one of the greatest disadvantage. It kills lots of time. To be true, even this is one of the greatest thing that I'm doing for my business, I'm doing for my personal brand. So it doesn't really matter if it takes much time, but at the same time, it takes more time. For one video, we just take somewhere around 2 to 3 hours to record it, to write the script, record it, and edit it and upload it. So it takes lots of time, and still we are just figuring out to get the YouTube SEO, to get some good content, the way of talking. So every single day we are just improving. That's the reason I just changed this environment. That's the reason I have a laptop. I have the script in the laptop. If I just forget, I could just look at here and talk to you. So this I have been improved day by day. So that is the reason I wanted to insist you guys to go out there and try different things. You might feel like I have no idea how to do that, but you know what's the greatest way to figure it out? By trying to do that. So you'll get to know how to do that when people just started. When Mark Zuckerberg just started Facebook, he didn't have any idea about it, what to do, what not to do in Facebook, all those things he just figured it out by doing it. So by taking action, you do many things in your life. And the next thing is, I think if you guys just make a YouTube channel, or if you guys just start doing creating your own personal brand, you guys might rock this world for sure. I'm not completely into it. I'm handling my industry. I'm taking care of my office business. Within that, I'm doing this YouTube thing, and I'm doing this Instagram things. So that is the reason I'm not that scaling. I'm not scaling up a lot. To be true, if you just run an ad, you'll scale up a lot in YouTube or in Instagram. And the next thing is, I miss my family and friends a lot for sure. Sometimes I don't even take Sunday breaks. I don't even go to my home at the right time. If I leave my home at 8:39, sometimes 9:30, I'll be back after 12 hours. I'll be back at 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. So all that, it feels a bit hectic for some people. I mean, it feels hectic for many people who is in and around me, but I feel that's not a work burnout that I get every single day. But at the same time, just like Gary Vee says that if you are willing to eat shit for 24 months, you can eat caviar for the rest of your life, right? Who is Gary Vee? Gary Vee is my greatest inspiration, and Gary Vee is my mentor, virtual mentor to be true. So I dedicate this video for him. Probably one fine day I'll go live with Gary Vee and I'll meet him and talk about my journey in this YouTube, in this Instagram. So Gary Vee, I just want to meet him one fine day, and I think I'll do it for sure. And yeah, thanks a lot for listening to this podcast, and I'll be back here tomorrow in my next podcast or in my next video. So if you haven't listened to any of my podcasts, you can just go and listen to that in Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcast, Google Podcast. And if you could hit that right button, I'll be so happy. And the notification button, if you hit that, I'm giving daily motivational dose. I'll be so happy, and that means the world to me. So drop your thoughts, how was my podcast and how's this new setup. And if you feel like you want to start this journey from scratch, drop me a comment or drop me a text in Instagram. I'll be so happy. I'll be so glad you have done that. I'll highly appreciate you guys, and I'll help you out, and I'll tell you what are the mistakes that I have done. I'll try to tell you that so that you can save some 200 days of hard work, right? Yeah, catch you guys in my next podcast, guys. Until then, it's me, Sanjay, signing off from Contriver Podcast. Meet you guys at the top. Bye bye. Thank you.